Last video, I told you your washing machine was designed to fail. I said, refrigerators had the same problem. Sealed compressors you cannot fix. This is that video. Your refrigerator runs 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. It is the hardest working appliance in your house. According to repair technicians and Consumer Reports data from over 71,000 units, modern refrigerators are failing 40% more often than they did just 15 years ago. If you are fridge shopping this month, or you just dropped $2,000 on a shiny French door model with a touchscreen and a built-in ice maker, there is roughly a 1 in 3 chance it will need a major repair by year 5. That repair could cost anywhere from $500 to $1,400. And for a lot of these machines, the repair is not even worth doing. You just eat the loss and buy another one. Today I'm breaking down what manufacturers changed, which brands are failing the hardest, and the 3 fridges that repair technicians actually trust. Let's get into it. In the 1980s and the 1990s, a good refrigerator lasted 20 years or more. Many lasted 30. The compressor was simple. The defrost cycle was mechanical. And if something broke, your local repair shop had the parts and the know-how to fix it in an afternoon. Then 3 things changed, and all 3 made your fridge worse. First, the compressor. Traditional reciprocating compressors were simple, proven, and repairable. Then, manufacturers started chasing energy efficiency ratings and introduced new designs like linear compressors. On paper, they use less energy. In practice, they fail at dramatically higher rates. When a sealed compressor dies, you are not replacing a part, you are replacing the entire cooling system. That is an $800 to $1,400 repair on a machine that might only be worth $2,000. Second, electronics. A refrigerator from the 90s had maybe 2 or 3 electronic components. Today's models have control boards, temperature sensors, humidity sensors, Wi-Fi modules, and touchscreens. Every component is a failure point. Modern fridges contain 3 to 4 times more electronics than models from a decade ago, and smart feature models fail at 2.5 times the rate of basic models. Third, the ice maker. This is the single biggest source of refrigerator problems today. 60% of all refrigerator service calls are related to ice makers and water dispensers. What used to be a simple mechanical system is now a complex assembly of sensors, motors, and software, and it breaks constantly. Let's talk brands, starting with the one that keeps showing up in lawsuits. Samsung. Samsung's French door refrigerators have been plagued by ice maker defects for nearly a decade. Consumers reported leaking, excessive freezing, and ice buckets cracking. A class action lawsuit was filed in 2017 and dragged on for 6 years before being dismissed in December 2023. Samsung offered individual settlements to some affected customers. A Facebook group called Samsung Refrigerator Recall USA now has over 107,000 members. One woman in Indianapolis said she spent $2,700 on a Samsung fridge that started failing within a year, with the ice maker freezing up, clogs, and constant defrosting. She eventually gave up and put it in her garage. She said, "It's now worthless, absolutely worthless." Despite all of this, Samsung has never issued a formal recall. Next, LG. LG marketed its linear compressor technology as quieter and more energy efficient, even boasting 20-year durability. The reality was different. In 2020, LG settled a class action covering approximately 1.6 million refrigerators manufactured between 2014 and 2017 with defective compressors that stopped cooling without warning. Settlements ranged from $50 to over $3,500 per consumer. One man in New York said he bought a $2,000 LG fridge in late 2023. By August 2025, it was completely dead. He spent weeks living out of coolers, eating every meal out while waiting for repairs that never worked. He ended up buying a completely different brand. But here is the part that should concern you. In November 2025, a new class action was filed alleging the exact same compressor defect in refrigerators manufactured after 2018. LG settled the first lawsuit and got sued again for the same thing. Then there is KitchenAid. Despite premium pricing between $2,500 and $4,000, KitchenAid French door models show a 28% failure rate within 5 years. The most common issues are electronic control boards and ice makers, with average repair costs around $450. For a brand that charges a luxury premium, that is a terrible return. Before I give you the brands that are actually worth buying, a quick question. How old is your current fridge, and has it needed a repair yet? Drop it in the comments. I am betting most of you are going to say it crapped out somewhere between year 5 and year 7, and I am betting it was either the compressor or the ice maker. So if Samsung, LG, and the premium brands cannot be trusted, what can you actually buy? Here are the 3 refrigerators that repair professionals actually stand behind, and why. Number 3, Whirlpool. Specifically, their basic top freezer models. 4 out of 7 appliance repair companies surveyed named Whirlpool the most reliable refrigerator brand. The reason is simple. Whirlpool uses proven traditional compressor technology instead of chasing trends. Their basic models maintain failure rates around 12 to 16% over 10 years, well below the industry average of 25%. Repair technicians report seeing Whirlpool top freezers from the 1990s still running perfectly. They start around $600 and top out around $1,200. Not glamorous, not smart, just reliable. Number 2, Sub-Zero. This is the aspirational pick. Sub-Zero has been building refrigerators in Madison, Wisconsin since 1945. Their units use dual compressor systems, one for the fridge and one for the freezer, which means food stays fresher and the system runs more efficiently. They guarantee spare parts for the life of the product, and these machines routinely last over 20 years. The catch is obvious. Sub-Zero starts around $5,000 and can run past $10,000. But here's the math that surprised me. One Sub-Zero at $6,000 for 20 years costs you $300 a year. 2 Samsung French door refrigerators at $2,500 each, replaced every 7 years, cost you $714 a year before repair bills. If you can swing it, Sub-Zero is the buy it once option. And number 1, the best fridge most people can actually buy, Bosch. Bosch has a 135-year engineering history, and it shows. Yale Appliance's real-world service data puts their 2025 service rate at 12.5%, one of the lowest in the industry. Bosch uses conventional compressor designs, with a focus on build quality over flashy features. Their fridges are quieter than most, energy efficient, and built to a European durability standard. You are looking at $1,500 to $2,500, roughly the same as a mid-range Samsung or LG, but with a fraction of the failure rate. That's what makes Bosch number 1. It is not the cheapest, and it is not the most premium. It is the one where the price and the reliability actually line up. Here's the rule for buying a refrigerator that won't rot on you. Skip the ice maker. Check the compressor. If a fridge comes loaded with smart features, a touchscreen, and a built-in ice maker, that is not a premium product. That is a premium number of failure points. 60% of all service calls come from ice makers and water dispensers. The simplest way to buy a more reliable fridge is to skip those features entirely. And check the compressor type. If the manufacturer is using a sealed or proprietary design with no independent repair path, you are buying a machine with a built-in expiration date, just like the sealed drum in your washer. The brands that last the longest, Whirlpool, Bosch, and Sub-Zero, all use proven conventional compressor technology. They are not the flashiest fridges on the showroom floor, but they are the ones still running in 15 years. Skip the ice maker. Check the compressor. That's it. If episode 1 saved you from buying a bad washer, this one might save you from a $3,000 mistake in the kitchen. Subscribe.